A few weeks ago, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, was asked a very important question at a press conference. She was asked, where in the Constitution does it give you the authority to force every American to buy into a national system of health care? And she said, in response, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" And the reporter said, "Yes, I'm serious," whereupon Nancy Pelosi ignored the questioner and went on to another journalist. Well, I want to take just a few minutes to tell you why this is a very serious question. And the good news is, in about 2 minutes, you're going to know more about the Constitution than Nancy Pelosi. Now, I'm about to do something kind of dangerous here, which is that I've got a few visual aids to explain how this works. Let me talk first about the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence says that we all have a right to life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. And if you look at this very first glass, as I said, this is going to be very dangerous. If you look at this very first glass, you can see the rights that we all have as individuals that government cannot take, that we're all entitled to. And the Declaration also says that to secure these rights, we're going to delegate a few things to state governments. That's the second glass, what state governments can do. And the constitutional design is that the third glass, the federal government, takes care of just a few things. Very careful, just a little bit there. Now, the sad story of the 20th century is a gigantic increase in federal taxation and federal power, non-lawyers in robes on the Supreme Court rewriting everything from abortion to crime, and of course, we have the Obama administration making huge changes in environmental policy and health policy, deficits as far as the eye can see. Here is the federal government. This is an example of an unbalanced constitutional structure. And so what I'd like to demonstrate to you, both as a representative of the state government and as a citizen of the great state of Arkansas, is what we need to do to take our country back. Now, there's only so much government that any one person can take at any time. I want to say, I believe that I am privileged to be here with so many people who believe in the ideals of limited government. It's a thrill to be in the room with so many people who are smarter than Nancy Pelosi. And if you share my belief in limited government, lower taxes, and more individual freedom, I would really appreciate your vote next year when I run for state senate. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to do what we should all be doing, which is to relieve myself of a little government.
We'll get Dan for that later. I'm having to follow that. I'll tell you, that was a good job, though, wasn't it? Well, you know what? Thank you. It just so happens this gentleman out front here has brought my visual aid. Sir, would you mind holding that sign up and showing the audience, please? He went all the trouble to bring the sign down. Thank you very much. Thanks for bringing that. Socialism does suck. It sucks all the money out of hard-working, tax-paying Americans, hard-working, tax-paying Arkansans, and puts it into the pockets of those who do not deserve it. We have to do everything we can to prevent this. Otherwise, good, hard-working people will go without what they deserve, what they work for. Calvin Coolidge said, and I quote, "I do not believe that government should ask social legislation in the guise of taxation. If we are to adopt socialism, it should be presented to the people of this country as socialism and not under the guise of a law to collect revenue." Because of our state's revenue stabilization law, the state has to balance their budget, thank goodness. This is a wonderful thing and has put us in a much better position than our surrounding states financially. But with the state's budgets running so close, there's only one place they can go for additional money if they pass this health care bill. It's going to come right out of our pockets again. Now they're going to tell you, they're going to try to tell you that they're going to use the money, that your net result's not going to be any different. They're going to use the money that you're saving, that you're spending on health care now. Well, as an agent in the insurance business for over 30 years, I can tell you this will not work. It's not going to work at all. I want to be able to say where my premium dollars go. I want to be able to say who I see as a doctor. I want to be able to say what kind of care that I need and what kind of care that I deserve to have at whatever stage of life I'm at. From the Bible, book of Luke, chapter 2. And it came to pass in those days that that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world be taxed. Well, we all know what happened to Rome, don't we? All branches of government should be accountable and not waste our tax dollars from the cities, from the counties, states, school districts. All of them should be accountable. It should all be transparent where we can see each and every day where our dollars go. Ronald Reagan's definition of a taxpayer: someone who works for government but doesn't have to take the civil service exam. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just our right to question the administration and our president. It is our duty, our God-given duty.